The last point, answering this question, I will again love to quote a hadith. There was a youngster, a young man like you, one of the youth in the days of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his name was Harisa. Allah, Harisa. He met Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam in the morning after Salatul Fajr. This hadith is reported in Tabarani, in Musnad al-Bazzar, in Majma' al-Zawaid, in Bayhaqi, and in many other books of ahadith. And his mentioning has been reported in Bukhari and Muslim, but in some other way, briefly. Just he has been mentioned. But the details are in Tabarani and other books. Holy Prophet ﷺ asked him, Kaifa asbahta ya Harisa? Now when I am telling you this hadith, get lost in this memory of this hadith. Get lost. Holy Prophet ﷺ asked him, Kaifa asbahta ya Harisa? Oh Harisa, how did you spend your night and how did you wake up? What was the condition of your morning? In what condition did you enter in your morning after spending night? Kaifa asbahta ya Harisa? He said, Asbahtu mu'minan billahi haqqa. Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, I spent my night and entered into the morning time with the reality of Iman. I received the reality of Iman. Meaning thereby, I tasted the real sweetness of Iman along with the reality. I did my morning with reality of Iman. Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Inna likulli shay'in haqiqatun, fama haqiqatu imanik. Holy Prophet said, Fanzur maza taqul, Inna likulli shay'in haqiqatun, vama haqiqatu imanik. Oh Harisa, what are you saying? What are you talking about? There is a reality of everything. Will you tell me what is the reality of your Iman? Which you are talking about. What is the reality of your Iman? Then Sayyidina Harisa al-Ansari, and some say Haris al-Ansari, he started uttering and he started explaining. He said, Ya Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Azafat nafsi anid dunya. He spoke three things. And this is my advice to you, to please me and to remain with me like my friends, like my children, my daughters, my sons, like my friends, so that I may be proud of you. And I am a greedy man. I have a greed. You may ask, what greed do I have? My greed is that I know that I am a sinful person. I have nothing in my life. I have done nothing in my life so that I may be forgiven. I have no amal. I have no taqwa. I have no salihiyya. I have no righteousness. I have no piety. I have nothing so that I may hope about my forgiveness. And I fear that on the day of judgment, in front of you, a time may come, I fear that Almighty Allah commands the angels, take him and throw him in the hell. I fear then what would happen. And considering that moment in my mind, I have agreed and hope with you, because I am not going to be forgiven because of my own account, on my own account. I have lost everything. And I have spent my life with nothing. I have nothing in my pocket. The only hope, my hope, are you. And all people who belong to Minhajul Quran and Al-Hidayah and the youth, particularly the youth, if you become pious, if you become God-fearing, if you become Ahlul Ibadah, Ahlul Taqwa, Ahlul Zuhd, Ahlul War'a, Ahlul Mahabbah, Ahlul Tahara, if you achieve the purity, the piety, the love, the obedience, the submission, then I have a hope that if the angels would be ordered to take me and throw me in the hellfire, maybe some of you, or many of you would be standing there looking at me. Maybe you come forward for my intercession, and maybe you say, request, oh Allah, if he is not a good man, and he himself does not deserve to be forgiven, please forgive him for our sake. He taught us some good things. We spent few days with him, and at least he tried to bring us on right track. He tried to make us pious. We heard a few good words of piety from him, and we started acting upon his advice. So if he does not deserve to be forgiven, so forgive him for our sake. Maybe you become my Shafi'i, intercessor. And maybe for your sake, Almighty Allah also forgives me. This is my greed. This is why I spent the days and nights and hours doing efforts on you. Maybe you become my intercessors. How? Now I teach you how you can achieve this position. When Holy Prophet ﷺ asked Harisa, what is your reality of Iman? He said, Azafat nafsi anid dunya. Ya Rasulullah, I took my heart and my nafs out of the world. I took dunya out from my world, out from my heart. I detached my heart from the world. So here I would explain two things. One is to live in world. One is that we are living in the world. And other thing is that world lives in us. We live in world, and the other is that world lives in to us in our heart. I don't say that you don't live in world. We have to live. We are living. This is world. We have to perform our duties. Al-ibadat wal-mu'amalat wal-ahkam wal-sunnah. We have to perform while living in this world. So this is not a bad thing. Don't take yourself out from the world, but take the world out from your heart. Don't let world live in your heart. You live in the world, but don't let the world live in your heart. This is zuhud and this is wilaya. This is zuhud and this is wilaya. Abstinence. This is the abstinence, the zuhud. Harisa radiallahu ta'ala anha said, Ya Rasulullah, I have taken the world out of my heart. Then he was asked, what happened afterwards? He said, since the day I have taken the love of world out of my heart. The love of world take out of from your heart. Doesn't mean don't live in good houses. Live in good houses. Use good cars. Have good jobs. All blessings which Almighty Allah has showered on you in this world, if they are halal, use that. Use that. This is sunnah of some prophets and sunnah of some companions and sunnah of many of the awliya. But don't keep the love and lust and greed of world in your heart. Then Holy Prophet asked, what happened afterward when you took the love of world out of your heart? He said, since that day, ashartu layli wa azma'tu nahari. Ashartu layli wa azma'tu nahari. Since that day, I can't sleep during night. My sleep has gone. My sleep has become angry with me. My sleep has left me. I have become sleepless during nights, and I remain thirsty during the day. I have become sleepless during the nights, and I remain thirsty during the day. My dear sons and daughters and brothers and sisters, would you ask, what kind of thirst during the day? Was he not drinking water? Was he not having the other drinks, soft drinks, water, milk, everything? No, he was drinking. Then what was the thirst which he was mentioning? I remain thirsty the whole day. The thirst of the day was that I remain sleepless during the night, and I remain thirsty again for the night. I remain thirsty for the night. I keep waiting the whole day again the night to come, because the night is the time of meeting. The night is time of meeting. Hiya waqtul liqa. I keep waiting again the night to come, because the night is the time of meeting. Then during the night you are given the cups of wine of love. You are given the cups of wine of qurba, wine of nearness. So I am thirsty, remain thirsty the whole day for the drinks of night. Because Allah comes closer to you on the heaven, this worldly heavens, and then He Himself asks, is there anybody who asks something for me, from me, and I give to him? He Himself speaks to His beloved people, those who are awake for Him. So I remain thirsty for those moments of life